Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another weekend of review with Bearable King on the Bearable channel. I welcome you once again. So, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the part of the world where you're watching this review from. As it's my norm, for the last 28 weeks thereabout, I've been reviewing the British pounds, American dollar, week in and week out. Okay, and I hope last week was profitable for you. This week, I want us to look at a few things that we are anticipating for the new week. But before we do that, I just want to share a word with you. Okay, today is actually a special day for me because it's just a special day personally. So I'm going to be taking a conversation between two people from the Bible. Okay, it's between God and the prophet Jeremiah, right? And Jeremiah said something. Oh, sovereign God, you've made the heavens and the earth by your great power and outstretched arm. Nothing, 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 nothing is too hard for you, man. English sometimes can be hard, right? Then 10 verses later, same Jeremiah 32, verse 27. The Lord now responded and said, I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me to do? Right. And why am I picking this verse of the Bible or these verses of the Bible? It's quite simple. A lot of us are thinking in our hearts and in our mind that, oh, this is already half of the year, right? Will I be able to accomplish those things that I've already planned at the beginning of the year? What should I expect? What should I anticipate? What should I do? Is it gone? Have I lost hope? But I'm here to remind you that you have a Father in heaven, God, and by the grace through Jesus Christ, everything you need, everything you want, everything you desire can be met by God. There is nothing too hard for God to do. So, if you don't have what you want yet, and you have faith that God will give it to you, eventually that thing will come to pass. There's something my father used to tell me when I was small, my parents used to tell me when I was small, that God is never too late, neither is he ever too early. So he's always on time. But because we are guided by a measurement called time, we could feel maybe God is delaying, or God is late, or God is slow, or maybe God is not listening to us. But I can assure you that God is listening to you. Okay, so everything that you have planned, your goals for this year, even though you've not started accomplishing them, 6 months is still too much for God to get that done. Okay, so I encourage you to keep the faith alive and put in the work. Okay, faith without work is dead. We all know that faith without work is dead, which simply means if you don't put in the necessary work that you need to put in as a human, that's your commitment, then you're not going to see it happen. So please have faith and put in the work. Okay, all right, so let's go to the chart. So this week I decided that because it's a new month, I want us to look at the chart from the higher time frame. I drew this sometimes in March after I spoke about the consolidation that took place from last year into the first quarter of this year, and I said that initially I was expecting the market to run to the upside, but rather than running to the upside, what happened? We had a manipulation to the downside in April, right? And this level has been broken, right? And then the market gave us a corrective move down, which we've been on for about 2-3 weeks, right? About 2 weeks. And this week we had a bullish move, as mentioned last week on the 4-hour time frame. So what am I expecting on the daily time frame? Right now, if we're looking at the structure, not the order flow, because what we have within is the order flow. This is the last high, this is the last low. The price is still in between this level, right? Which simply tells me that Yes, the market is bullish as anticipated, but there is a possibility that this market may do what? Run up. And once it breaks this level, I can anticipate that it may come as high as this point here. But before we expect that, we might still see a pullback because we have a lot of gaps in this chart. But then what we're going to do is we're going to move in line with the market. We're not going to um, preempt the market and put our cart ahead of the horse. Okay, so right now you can see that the market is in between this high and this low. All pointers are showing that the market is going to be what? Bullish. Okay, and if the market is bullish, if it doesn't stop around 1.309, then we can expect it to run to 1.3600. Okay, now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. This was the last 4-hour time frame chart that we spoke about, and I did mention that the market was going to be bullish last week, which I did mention here. And guess what? The market gave us a hint on Monday, came back to take out all the liquidities for the buys that anticipated this move before running upwards. Right now, last week we had FOMC somewhere around here, right? And after FOMC, I was anticipating that we would have a corrective move. And I keep mentioning this thing, that before I enter a trade, I always want to see a confirmation, which is usually a change of direction before I take a trade. As long as there's no change of direction, the movement remains intact. So what we had here was the market pulled back and then did what? Ran to the upper side. Okay, however, this move is still within this last high and this last low. Now we had the last high and the last low, so based on structure, this is the last high and this is the last low here. So this move is still within this entire move, and right here we have an order block. Right, we have an order block. So what I would like to see are two things, right? One, I would like to see if this market is going to probably come here and give us a nice rejection down, right? Something like this. This, no, okay, let me do this. So something like this, right? If it gives us something like this, then I know the market is going down. Okay, however, if the market does not give us this and the market breaks above this level, I know that the market has so much bullish strength, and then I would be looking for a next area of interest somewhere above all these points, maybe somewhere at this previous stop here, which is around 1.298. But my speculation is that we should see a reversal somewhere around here, and that should probably send the market to somewhere here. But this is all speculative, right? This is all speculative. What we want to do is we want to trade in line with the direction of the market. So my first area of interest is I want to see the market's reaction around this order block level. If we have a rejection, then I can expect the market to maybe run down here or tap either of these areas. You know, we have a lot of gap. This is a gap here. Aside from this one, we have this unmitigated gap here. Even within this last move, there's a gap here, there's a gap here. So there are a lot of holes to be filled out, right? And if you look down here, we have a lot of news this first week, starting from Powell speaking on the 9th, right? Then we have another speech on the 10th. Then we have month-on-month GDP for pounds. For the dollar, we have CPI. CPI would actually be an interesting CPI. You should expect a lot of volatility during the CPI. So this week is news field. I would want to see a change in direction, then trade the continuation to key levels. Okay, so that's my expectation for this week. However, if the market breaks above this level, then the market remains bullish. Okay, if you're not on my Telegram channel, please do yourself a favor and join the Telegram channel in the link below. And finally, ensure you like, and like this video so that it can reach more people. Okay, so with this I come to the end of my review. As I said, on the daily time frame, the market is bullish, but I want to see what the market will do at this top, and also if the market will break this level. If the market breaks this level, right, um let me use this time frame because I couldn't see these moves on the lower time frame, right? So let's say that the price breaks above this level, right? You know, I have an order block here on the 4 hour, which I'm expecting the rejection to come from. But if the rejection does not happen, then the market may actually run to this 3-1, right? And if that happens, I may see the market come low, right? So maybe somewhere around here before making this bullish run. But this is on the higher time frame, right? So on the 4 hour time frame, what I just want to do is I want to observe what it will do here. If it breaks this level, then I can expect it to come as high as 1300 before we may see a reversal to the lower time frame. Okay, so keep this in mind. We're still bullish, right? But we're looking for an opportunity and a reversal so that we can ride the market to the downside. Okay, so till next week, don't give up on God, don't give up on yourself, remain profitable, and I would remain your host, Bear Bull King. Take care of yourself and have a profitable week ahead. Bye bye.